Krazy Culture with Lady Black Empire LLC,
Hello.
aka my girl Gwen. We outside. Let's see, make sure we got our sound check right. Check. Yeah, we seem like we doing good. Okay, Gwen. My first question for you is gonna be: tell me 3 things your parents taught you in your young age that helped mold you into who you are now. Give us some insight into your home learning.
Okay, so 3 things I learned from my parents that nurtured me to now. One will be to, I'm gonna base this off my mom. One thing that I learned off my mom is working with my hands and being able to, if I think about it, I can bring it to life. Another thing is journaling that I noticed that my mom used to do. Journaling is a big part because it helps me with, like, since I'm such a creative and I'm always thinking, I'm on the go, it helps me just to jot everything down, even if it don't make sense right now, and draw a map of what I'm thinking about or what the visions that I'm getting, like that. Another thing will be just the family orientation. I love that a lot. And to be able to mix and mingle, being African American, and being in that culture, it's just like, is unity there. Unity, and not a lot of people have that love, that support of, like, I want to support you on this.
Right. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because on the opposite spectrum, me being from my area, I get a little bit of mix of both. Like, some people don't want to support, or they inadvertently try to stop you,
Yes.
So then you got some supporters who close to you, who you just gotta discern the two.
Yes, definitely discernment. You need to have that discernment. I feel like another thing I can add into play is just knowing about God.
Amen.
Knowing about God and knowing that knowing that he's the reason why we have these down low. He's the reason why we're going through what we're going through. I always say to my parents, like, yes, my parents are my earthly parents, but God is the one I always go back to of why am I the way that I am, and moving the way that I'm doing. So one thing about me, I question myself a lot, and I'm even questioning just the existence of why is this so passionate to me, because God even tells you that we move like him.
Amen.
It's okay, Papa, I got
You back, my girl Lady Black LLC, we outside. You already know Gwen, we outside.
Yes,
Much
we
love
are.
and respect and blessings. So
That's
I got
up.
one more question for you, another question. This one is gonna be, now tell me 3 things you picked up being outside of your home in your social circle. Tell us what your environment planted in your character.
3 things I learned from my environmental circle. So I feel like with my environment circle, growing up in the Bronx, uptown, Fordham area, so y'all can get a little visual of where I'm going. I felt like I had to learn how not to stay off the street. Honestly, like it was a survival mode, because yes, there was programs out there that we could get onto, but I feel like I had to. It's not even what I learned from my peers and my circle. Is really the environment that I knew I didn't want to stay here. I didn't want to stay here. I didn't want the environment to trap me into the social norms of just like being this young girl. I gotta talk as a girl, so I'm like being this young girl of like, I gotta look cute out in these streets so these men could talk to me, because that was like a society thing of like, I gotta dress a certain way so these men could talk to me and stuff like that. So I felt like society played a role, like, in some type of a negative aspect, but I had to turn it to like my own positive of why is it that I move the way I do, or if I do dress grown, I'm dressing business oriented so I can get that respect that I deserve. But like stuff like that.
A different mindset. It wasn't just about being slutty for you. You understood the two.
Yes.
How to, the discernment, the strength to know between just being, you know, sexually
Sexually,
and actually
yeah.
catering and catching the right energy,
Yes.
not the wrong energy with how you dress.
I realize, and I also say that's like my slogan with Lady Black Boutique is the power of your outfit. It plays a role. I know if I wear a certain outfit, it will pull me to a certain character that I didn't want to be. And you know, even with the social norms of just like if a girl wear, you know, skin out a little bit, she's a hoe. And I'm like, you know, I'm not into that, but I do like to show my skin a little bit because that's just up to me. But how is it that I can
want to feel
express
that
myself?
empowerment from the attention, so I understand.
How is it that I could show myself, express myself, but not give off that type of vibe?
Yeah, the negative.
The negative vibe of it. So I'm like, all right, let me personalize the style. Let me add a little twist where I can add a little bit of me and business casual, like something what I did today. Put a little crop top on with my business pants on. So it's just like
good,
stuff
grown
like that.
And sexual,
grown and sexual, but I get to business. So
right, respectful.
Yeah, all of that. I love that.
Blessings, Queen.
Thank you. It's your girl, Lady Black.
I know the vibes. We outside coming to you from Braids Empire on Grand Concourse. Excuse my Burnside. Almost technically Grand Concourse too.
Right up
Grand
top, right
Concourse
there.
And Creston. We outside. Got one more question for Lady Black before we let her go. Before she give us some good insight.
Yeah.
Now teach us what helped you overcome obstacles you faced in the pursuit of prosperity in this crazy culture, and what lessons help you push forward.
So I feel like one big lesson I took on and I live by it is personal development. Taking time for myself, because if I didn't understand myself, I wouldn't even understand people. And that's what God ended up doing. He ended up isolating me and telling me, if you want to do all of this, be a hairstylist, be a fashion designer, you need to understand people. You need to even understand yourself. You need to understand when you talk and when other people talk, why are you reacting the way you're acting? So one thing I always said is,
pay attention to the jewels.
Yep. One thing I always say is I talk in 3 different ways: physical, spiritual, and emotional. How did it hit you? Because I could say it to the same person 3 times, but everybody will react differently. And it's just how did it hit you? Like, why did you react that way? Or did I trigger you by something that I said? So one thing about me, words play a really big part. And I knew that it's something that triggered me. Like, even if they didn't mean it on purpose, even if they didn't mean to say something negative about it, they were just trying to say their point. How can I take my emotions out of play so I can hear them? Because I feel like a lot of us, when we hear new people, especially coming into like entrepreneurship, you got to get a different mix of people and characters, and it may rub you wrong, or you may not know that person is just raised differently than you. So it's like I learned a lot with just that. I had to take time with myself. I had to understand what I dislike, what I liked, and all of that. So I understand when I go out in this world and I'm talking to people, don't take anything personal in this game.
I agree 100%.
Ask them if you don't understand. Was that personally towards me, or was you talking about this? Ask questions, even if it's annoying. Ask questions.
You never know. Some they just could be having a bad day.
Yes, and it really be that. And if you actually just be like, your voice sound a little harsh. What's going on? You don't even know how much that person just want to just vent out and just vomit all the stuff that they want to say, and then you realize it was never about you.
Amen.
It was never about you. It's just about what they was going through at the time, and we all going through stuff. And I feel like in this age, honestly, we all have a lot of trauma. We're all healing. Amen. And we have to unlearn the things that we thought was normal.
Respectfully.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree to that. I definitely agree. And come from that perspective, and to piggyback on what you said, when you got that understanding that you see your environment and your self-awareness is in tune, you're gonna learn how to curve certain negative energy when it come at you a certain way.
Yes.
It's not about always reacting to negative with negative. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta attack with positive. and just it'll bounce back. The current will just flow. Alternating current, direct current is about energy. It's about big energy, man. Frequency is big.
I feel like what a lot of people need to start doing into play is work on your subconscious mind.
Amen.
What I do at night is I play podcasts, either podcasts, things that's gonna feed that spirit that I want to drive. Like, don't listen to just rap music all the time, because at the end of the day, when you feed yourself, listening, eating, it all comes to play. Like, you need to do that work, that dark work, and because it comes into the light of you ain't take that time to do the work. If I was reacting off to people, that means I didn't take that time to do the work that I need to do, because I shouldn't be reacting to you. You understand? Like, I should just be listening, taking in. Whatever is not for me, I push back out. I don't have to accept everything that's coming in. And we all people please. We gotta get off of that. Try not to people please, and that all comes with knowing and understanding self. Taking that time.
Being integral, just have, sticking to your morals, what you was taught, your in-home learning versus your environmental learning. And also your intuition, which taps into your subconscious, You use all of those together, the forces can't get to you when they're trying their hardest. So just stay positive, stay blessed, people.
We got this. Continue on dream.
Yeah, so we're gonna end it off with some positive affirmations, some things that'll get you and your subconscious mind flowing. It's about awareness. That's the subject we're teaching from. So I'm gonna let Lady Black do what she do.
Alright. I'm gonna open this one.
Just give us some insight on what you think about awareness, self-awareness, being present in the moment.
Alright, so here's some tips I could tell y'all that I feel like is major key in just your role of being in whatever you're in, whatever industry. Journal, write down. I won't say journal. Write everything down that you have in your mind, even if it may not make sense today. Take some time to find yourself. I'm going to play religion, and I'm going to tell you, find God. All right? Find God. Find your grounding, where you can be centered, and where you can, where you feel like I can ask these questions. I can talk to the universe and really get my answers. Or I won't say really get my answers, because I would say another thing that I learned the hard way. Be careful what you pray for, because he don't give it to you the way you think you're gonna get it. He makes you, like, he has been disciplining me in what I've been asking for. He will even show me, like, are you sure you're asking for this, Gwen? Because let me just show you this part of it. So let's talk about fashion shows a little bit. I always said I always wanted my own fashion show, my own big production. And with doing fashion shows, I'm dealing with models, I'm dealing with designers. I got the behind the stage theme, but he also told me of just like, you need to make sure everybody understands what you got going on. You can't just run the game and not tell everybody what it is. Write procedures down, write things in play, so things
delegate
will fall.
Properly.
Yes, delegate your tasks, because I'm not good at delegating. I feel like I hold a lot. Like, I just want to hold on to it a little longer before I give it. But he would tell me, no, it's not for you. Give it to the person. That's for them. And this is for you. And you got to know when is your time to delegate that task, and when it's time for you to pass on your baton or one of your hats, because I have many hats, and let somebody else be in that front guard right there. So take time for yourself. Be patient with yourself. We're all unlearning things, learning new things, growing. I'm 25 years old in the game. This is my second store location that I've got, but this is my home location. I actually started this in my manifestation room. I'm going to show you a little clip if you can add in. How my room looks, just like this. Like, color-wise, everything. I started with just opening pretending as if my back room was a storefront. And I tell my mom, hey, I'm going to open up this room at 9 o'clock. at 10 o'clock is when I close the door. So for me, that's me like opening up the shop, closing up the shop. Even if I'm not,
She
I have my
manifested
yes.
and visualized the aesthetics of it.
And you had to when they say your imagination is a big thing, you got to go back to that child self of yours.
Amen.
You have to.
Message.
Don't let that go away, because everything you need is in those visions. Everything you think that you may not be missing out. With me, taking those little steps of pretending I even had a shop. I had my hair chair on one corner. I had my clothes on another corner. I had my art wall on the other corner, because that's where I would just go live and everything. And it was just corner, but it's just one whole room. But get to see it now, and I'm like, yo, I really manifested this alive here. And I'm like, all right, God, now that I know I got it, help me manage it. Help me to find the people that's supposed to be here, and let's move after that. I'm ready.
Respectfully, just go. Go, all gas, no brakes.
Yes.
When you got something positive you want to do not procrastinate. All gas, no brakes. There's a lot of people out there going to hold you up. Stick to truth, stick to your purpose, stick to your morals, stick to your integrity. Peace and blessings.
Peace. Love y'all.
We go for tonight.
Okay, I could do it first. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's cool. That's how we can do
Right, in
it together.
conclusion, we're going to bring y'all some of what we got upcoming, what's going on, you know. Lady Black, take the wheels.
Yeah.
So we have our next event coming up. Called the
Culture
Expo
Expo.
Fashion Show.
Fashion
Show.
March 9th. Make sure you come see us.
March 9th, we outside.
2 shows from
tickets.
2 to 4,
2 to 4,
Tickets on deck.
5 to 7.
5 to 7.
Yeah.
Respectfully, big things are going. You already know, man. Much love and respect to Lady Black LLC for having us. Crazy Culture out here. We much appreciate y'all. We're gonna have that big bag theory. Make sure y'all cop up. Guap World coming soon on Shopify. You know, all new greatness, all new things. We're gonna have a collaboration with the African print with Big Bag Theory. Blessings and blessings and blessings, man. It's all about this culture. Our crazy culture is our culture, though. It's our American culture, our crazy culture. We love it.
Yep.
We here.
Love y'all.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
Peace out.
Hey, little man.
Say, what's your name?
Jaden.
You got Jade on the podcast.
Jade on the podcast.
Yeah.
Lady Black, we outside. Mama Love in the building.
Outside.
Yeah, bro.